Hello YouTube, good morning. Today we're going to be talking about systems and how systems beat goals, how you can implement systems, what systems are, and how you can basically advance your life in the easiest way possible and simplest way possible. Now, understanding what a system is going to be the first thing. A system is basically, when you think of a system, you think of a larger machine doing some type of activity, doing some sort of work in order to get an end result. Now, humans are mainly the same way. Humans want a goal, they have a goal, but everyone has goals in life. So we have to realize what differentiates the person that achieves the goal from the person that doesn't achieve the goal. And that's where it comes down to systems. Everyone has goals, whether it's in sports or getting good grades in school. All these different aspects of life, everyone has a goal in it. That's just the point of life. Everyone does, whether it's a big goal, whether it's a small goal. Some people's goal is just waking up in the morning. It's as simple as that. But the systems that you have is what's going to get you there and ultimately be the deciding factor of whether you'll be able to accomplish that goal or not. So what is a system? I like to think of a system as the process that gets you from one point to another point. Most of us can say that goals are pretty exact, don't change often until they're accomplished. Something about systems is a system will stay in place regardless of whether a goal is accomplished. Yes, there might be changes to your system that can improve and that can be changed to better, but for the most part, a system is always going to be the same process repeated over and over again on a consistent basis that will gradually push you to a higher point of life and get you closer to that goal. Now, understanding that without a system, there's no real way, an exact formula that you can replicate to get to that goal. So let's say, for example, that you want to be a farmer. And to be a farmer, you just go day by day. You think, I need to get these crops, I need to plant this crop, I need to do this, and go day by day of how you can become a farmer. You don't have an exact system. Now, let's say that you would like to open 10 farms after you have one mid-tier okay farm, right? In order to replicate the process, it's going to be much more difficult because the variables of life affect the person more without a system than they affect the person with the system. Because regardless of what happens in all the extreme variables of life, the farmer that has that system will understand that they can follow this certain system to get to the point that they want to be because they are just replicating that process. Now, in your stage of life, you may be creating that process. But back to the point of the farmer. So understanding that if you don't have a system, this farmer without a system, they're trying to, let's just say they're trying to open another farm in China. They currently have a farm in the US. They go to China. Conditions are much different. They're going here by here by here, here by here by here. But what if they knew another farmer in China that already had that system that they could simply replicate to get to that point? Here's why systems are so important. If you have a certain goal, you see hyper successful individuals. Most of these people have systems that got them to that point. If you simply can replicate or even do a better system, create a better system for yourself, for your life, for the thing you're trying to achieve, then you can become more successful than that person. And that is how simple systems are. You have to be able to change your system to what best fits your needs and what your goals are. Never put the goal in front of the system because a goal is just an idea. The system is what's going to get you there. You have to be focusing on systems every single day, regardless of, all the other variables of life. The reason why systems are also so important, like we talked about earlier, is because there's so many factors that can cause you to simply stop for the day. If you have no direction, if you don't know where you're going, then you're not going to be able to get to that goal and progress on a higher time frame, on a higher scale, and get to that next level that you want to get at. Sure, you can accomplish things, but the person that has a system is also able to track their habits, track what they're doing on a day-to-day basis, and see the result of that current system. So in the system is going to be different points, different sets, right? You have a system at the top that breaks down your life. In each different category, you have some type of task that you're doing that correlates to a goal. So let's say your goal is e-commerce. You have different tasks that are systemized in that category that are going to help you get to your e-commerce goal. Let's say your e-commerce goal is 100K a month in profit or 100K a month in revenue. All those goals are broken down. If you see that one part of your system isn't really getting you there, isn't really benefiting you over a long enough period of time, you can switch it, test a new system out, test a new habit out, so that way you can see what works and what doesn't. Everyone that doesn't have systems can't really make significant change in their life without having an idea. If you simply just make a quick change in your life, you won't be able to sustain that change because it's simply just going to be a different thing you're doing. A different thing you're doing isn't understood, isn't completely, synced in with your mind, if that makes sense. You have to be able to understand what specific things need to be changed. And once you're able to do that, you'll be in complete control. And once you're in complete control, you'll basically be looking at your life from a higher point, looking down on it, and you'll be moving all the chess pieces. You'll be understanding, okay, this needs to go here. Okay, I don't need to do this anymore. I need to switch it for this. And that's how you'll be able to reach a successful level that you want to get to in life. You'll be able to get to a level that's unimaginable. You'll be able to build things. It's like building different blocks that could get you from point A to point B. And any number you have in mind, if you're trying to, be an entrepreneur, if you have any life goals in mind that you're trying to reach, this applies to all of it. Systems are what will get you there. So one actionable step that you can take today is have your goal at the top, have multiple goals at the top, have the person you want to be at the top, and break it down and systemize it into different ways that you can get there, how you can get there, and start implementing all those different systems, whether it's schedules, whether it's doing a certain amount of work on something, and then figure out what you need to move, what you need to get rid of, what you need to add in. And maybe even write down the system of your current life if you even can think of it. Most people just go through the day moving like a feather, don't even know what they're doing. If you have an understanding of what you do on a day-to-day basis, break that down, understand what you need to do, and figure out your system. That's the most important thing. If you can figure out your system, you'll be in control. So write down your system, and from now on, for the next few months, and even if you want to be committed as something to your life, you should always have a system in your life regardless. So if you're able to do that, that's one actionable step you should do today, is create that system for yourself and realize what you need to change, what you need to implement, and go from there. I wish you guys the best, and have a great rest of your day and create that system.